Good afternoon, folks, or I guess good morning, as it's currently 1:30 in the morning at the time of this recording. We are looking at some severe storms potential tonight into Tuesday morning, although it's not looking as likely Tuesday morning. But I'll walk you through everything. But unlike today's day, April 1st being April Fool's Day, the weather's no joke. As you can see, we are all of Northwest Arkansas is under a enhanced risk, which is still pretty decent chance, and this is our day one convective outlook. This was just issued just before recording. And so let's jump into our categorials here. We have a 10% tornado risk, which has been upgraded since just earlier this morning or this evening, where we were under a 5%, and that hatch risk is a chance of EF2 higher, tornadoes being possible. And so definitely starting to see a bit more of a uptick in possible severity of tornadoes. But I definitely agree with northeastern Oklahoma, and I'll show you why later, about why I agree with that uptick. And I definitely agree having Northwest Arkansas in that, but I'll get more into that. But also on our wind and hail threat, you can see that we're sitting at a 30%, with hail also being at 30%. And the hatched risk also of 2-inch plus in diameter hail, which we had that same risk when we had that 4-inch hail in Sulphur Springs a couple of weeks back, by the way. So we have seen that verified before, and so we'll have to see if it does this time too. But as for the Weather Prediction Center's outlook, also with the SPCs, we're under a likely and/or severe storm potential for severe storms, which I haven't seen that in quite a while. And so definitely interesting on that. And so let me show you why we're having so much, of a risk. This is looking at Monday evening around 9 p.m. We see the showers start to develop, and I know it's moving here, but we start to see it move towards our area. But along this area, we're going to have discrete supercells, or not even discrete, I take that back, supercells forming. And so they have the chance of becoming more long track, and supercells create very strong thunderstorms with hail, and tornadoes are always, or not always, but most of the time involved in them. And they also can have some extremely strong winds, as that 4-inch hail again in Sulphur Springs, that was by a supercell that was detached from the line but was later absorbed, and that also caused those two tornado warnings in Centerton and Bentonville. And so this is where we can't really undermine supercells and such like this. But when we look back at now it's the HRRR. The NAM 3 kilometer also kind of agrees with the whole linear setup. And so our wind chances are definitely going to be a bit higher than I think the SPC is really guiding. I think they should probably, and this is just my opinion, the SPC has their own opinions, and they're certified meteorologists, so they know what they're doing. But I definitely think we could see an uptick in wind. I think they add a hatch risk of 65 mile an hour or higher winds. And so, but these are going to be very intense thunderstorms. We see a ton of lightning flash density here, which is basically just lightning over 5 minutes of time. We can see nearly 10, 5, whatever flashes, and these are cloud to ground lightning. This is not just flickers. This is cloud to ground. So ton of lightning in this. So you may want to give your dog some relief if you're leaving the house or when you're going to sleep that night. But after these move out, we could see another chance for discrete supercells after, not quite discrete, but it could be a few after that linear setup comes through, and I'll show you why. Also, real quick, I'm starting to see more of an uptick on less storms in the morning, because we're starting to have a tad bit of a clearing here. If that happens, then we're definitely going to have a bit more of a threat tonight whenever it comes to severe storms. If it rains in the morning, then our increase of potential storms or severe storms will go down. But if it doesn't, and it's partly cloudy or even just overcast, then I think it's going to increase. And so looking at the dew point, this was right after that linear system moves through. We have still a ton of dew points and moisture left for the atmosphere to take advantage of. And the same with Cape. So I definitely think we could see some possibly more storms come behind those first that first linear one. And so I definitely think we have that risk also. But moving on to our severe threats, I I definitely think that 9 p.m. is our prime time for severe weather chances. 9 p.m. and 12 a.m. are our biggest chances for severe weather. Uh, Winds are definitely going to be the probably the main show. Um, Hail could also be a big show, but overall, really winds and hails are still in the show. But it should be all right. I'll give an update around noonish tomorrow, or I guess later today now, about any things that have changed. And so I hope you have a great rest of your morning, and I will update you around noon. See you, folks.